Hello everyone. Today is an important video lesson because today we are going to do some vocabulary stuff. Okay, so get ready for 10 most interesting and most important words. Well, the first is elocution. Elocution is basically the art of speaking clearly and effectively with distinct pronunciation and articulation. Okay, so if you have this ability, you speak very clearly, very articulately. Everybody can understand you. You bring very good examples. Okay, and your pronunciation is also very clear. For example, Martin Luther King Jr. had a great elocution. Martin Luther King Jr. was famous for his speech, like which starts with I have a dream. Okay, so in that speech and in his other speeches, he showed a great elocution. Okay, the next is ebullient. Ebullient is an adjective. It means careful and full of energy. A lot of enthusiasm you are showing. You are very vibrant. Your body, your tone, everything is showing. There is a lot of energy in you. So we say ebullient. For example, she sounded ebullient and happy. Why? Because all of her, expressions and feelings and everything that she had was full of energy and full of happiness. Well, the next is emaciated. Emaciated is an adjective. It's actually a condition of a person or animal which is extremely thin. So a person or animal extremely thin, especially through illness or starvation. Maybe a child or a person got really ill, seriously ill, so they couldn't eat, and it continued for a couple of weeks or months, and therefore they lost a lot of weight. Or an animal which didn't get a lot of food to eat, therefore they became emaciated. Okay, for instance, she was so emaciated that she could hardly stand. Okay, because of the illness, maybe because of some other condition, she became very thin, and it was so hard for her to stand because there was no energy in her. There are a few synonyms as well, like skeletal, bony, angular. These three are synonyms of the word. Well, the next is embellish. Embellish is a verb, and it means to make something more attractive by adding decorative details or features. For example, there's a dress, okay? So you are adding something into it, so you make it really better. There is some other, decorative material that you are adding into your house, so you are making it embellish. An example is the blue silk embellished the golden embroidery on her dress. Okay, so the dress was already beautiful, but to make it even more attractive, she added some blue silk, and it added the quality or the beauty of that dress. There are three synonyms as well: adorn, jaze up, and enrich. So embellish is to beautify, to make something more attractive, more beautiful. Okay, the next word is euphoric. Euphoric is an adjective. It's a state, actually, the state of extreme or intense, excitement and happiness. You are extremely happy or excited about something, then you say it's kind of euphoric. You are in a state of euphoric. For example, after the exam, he felt a euphoric sense of freedom because it was a lot of, a hectic schedule that he went through preparing for the exam, appearing in the examination, and it was all very tense and, very hectic. But after the exam, there was a sense of kind of excitement that the exams are over, and it was a lot of happiness as well. We can also say that when he passed with bright colors, which means with very good marks, then he became euphoric. The words are elated and gleeful. These are two synonyms which can be used for the same purpose. The next word is equivocal. Equivocal is an adjective. It is actually a vague or ambiguous or doubtful word. Okay, if you are not clear about something, if something has double meaning, if it is questionable, we say it is equivocal. For instance, the remarks of the opposition leader were equivocal and raised a lot of confusion. Like he said something which was not clear, which had a kind of dual meaning, or where what he wanted to say, he didn't actually clarify that. So that was a kind of equivocal situation. We have three synonyms: vague, blurry, nebulous. If something is equivocal, it is actually vague, blurry, and nebulous as well. So we say that please do not try to be equivocal. Try to be clear and vivid in whatever you want to say. Okay, another word is expansive. Well, this is an interesting word. Uh, the spelling of expensive, EXPENSIV, which means something which is very costly. That's different. This is EXPANSIV. So don't mix it up with EXPENSIVE. It's not EXPENSIVE, not this one. Okay, EXPANSIV. It has two meanings. The first is it is about a person who is ready or eager to talk, or open or very effusive, like sharing, saying whatever he wants to say. Another term that we have is like extrovert, somebody who is extrovert. Okay, extrovert is somebody who is ready to talk, expressing always. The second is covering a wide area in terms of space or scope. Both we have in that. An example is she is very expensive in her attitude, like she's always sharing whatever comes to her mind. Then another is there are expensive beaches in the city, very, a very spacious one, covering a very wide area. Two of the synonyms are spacious and sweeping. So expensive is having two meaning: very, kind of eager to talk, and second, covering a very wide area. Another word is Elysium. Elysium is a noun. It is basically a place or a condition of ideal happiness, like heaven. Everything is perfect in this place, okay? Mostly it's a kind of imaginary world, imaginary place, which has been depicted, which has been described a lot into poetry, into futuristic, approaches. We sometimes say that in some of the sci-fi movies, they talk about a place when they say that the earth has been destroyed and now there's a place somewhere on other planet, which is Elysium, which is a perfect place, happiness, frequently available things, and everywhere there is health, joy, wealth, everything is there. For instance, the poet depicted, explained, or described Elysium in his poems a lot. So the poems are full of Elysium. Blissful and delightful are two synonyms. Okay, another word is edgy. Edgy is an adjective. It's about a person who is easily annoyed or nervous or tense. There are people who don't have very calm nerves. So if something, even a very small thing happens, if even with a drop of a pen, even they become tense and nervous, or annoyed. For instance, we say Tom is easily annoyed as he is edgy. So one should not be edgy. One should be very calm and placid. I mean, very serious in nature, and should not get edgy very easily or frequently. Okay, one more word is encomium. Encomium is a noun. It is actually a formal speech or writing praising somebody, sometimes unnecessarily. So generally, like in the older times, poet used to do that, or the writers used to do that. The historians would do that. They would praise the king. That would be of flattering as well. So as an example, we say there was a long and flattering encomium about the king. The person who was making this speech, he was praising him a lot, talking about all the good points that he has.